Hello, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. My name is Courtney and I am the face over here at Vanderbroek. My husband and I started paying off $208,000 in debt in May of 2017. 31 months later, we are now 44% of the way done and have $117,000 in debt left, but who's counting, really? Anyways, today I wanted to talk to you about this holiday season and what we are doing for Christmas while on the debt-free journey. So first, before I tell you about our budget, which I will get into, and how we are going to allocate the budget, I just want to say that we do not do a sinking fund. So it is very popular in the debt-free community to do a sinking fund. That is essentially where you choose in January how much you would want to spend on Christmas, and then you divide that up by 12 and you save that 1/12 each month, so that way when you get to December it is not as expensive of a month. While I think that it is a spectacular idea and works really well for a lot of people, for us we just decided that each month we want to look at what the expenses are for that month and budget for them. Then whatever else is left we pay towards debt instead of budgeting a little bit each month to go towards Christmas. Yes, that means that in December we have a little bit less to go towards debt than in the last 11 months, but because we had more in the last 11 months, we ultimately have been accruing less interest. And yes, it's probably a nominal amount, but interest sucks, so whatever we can do to get rid of it. So anyways, that brings us to our budget and the fun stuff for this video. So how are we budgeting for Christmas? What are we doing? So overall, our entire budget is $450. We are breaking that up between 4 categories. So we have our gifts for our close family. That would be myself, my husband, and our baby. And for that, we are doing $100 for me and my husband, so that's $200 each, and then $50 for the baby, so that gives us to $250. The next thing we are doing is a $100 grocery budget because we are hosting Thanksgiving dinner here. We're actually doing it on the Saturday before Thanksgiving because I work all the time, basically. So we're doing it the Saturday before, and we will have my family and his family over here, and we will basically turn our living room into a giant dining room, and we'll make a really big meal and have everyone here. And then the last 2 categories are extended family gifts. We are budgeting $60 for that, and I will dive into that more a little bit later. And then the other one is our miscellaneous. So that's for, like, if we go to a Christmas related event, there's a white elephant we need to buy a gift for, we need tape to wrap presents, all those extra little things that come up, we budgeted $40 for. So all that together is $450. Okay, I had to change up the scenery, and sorry, there's probably not the greatest lighting in here, but my life is busy and I need to wrap presents, so I figured, since I'm doing a Christmas video anyways, that I will wrap presents. So I grabbed a couple rolls of wrapping paper. Anyways, I'm going to wrap my own presents and then explain to you how we are doing our personal gifts. So this year, instead of us budgeting $100 for me to spend on my husband and $100 for my husband to spend on me, we decided we are going to budget the $100, and then we're going to choose the gifts we want and shop together to buy those gifts. A little odd, but excuse me while I cut some paper. A little odd, but ultimately the reason we decided to do this was because, also this is not a present wrapping tutorial, so please do not take any advice from me. I'm going to just cut a little bit of this off over here. Try not to cut my comforter. So anyways, so the reason we decided that we are going to pick out our own gifts and shop for them is because I'm terrible. So what happens when we budget $100 for me to spend on my husband and $100 for him to spend on me is that I want to buy him everything he wants. He's not very good at telling me what he wants. I mean, he can't even figure out what to buy himself at this point. But he's not good at telling me what he wants, and the things that he wants are always over budget, and I like to gift things. So I'm like, oh, it's fine that you want these boots that are $150, but we said we were going to spend $100. And somehow I miraculously figure out how to get them. Well, guess what? It's because I went over budget. So instead, he has to figure out how to use the budget he has to pay for the things he wants. And it also works well from the fact that I don't like spending money on myself. So I would rather just not buy things for myself, but at the same time I will tell my husband all the things that I want, and he wants to do the same thing for me, where he spends all this money to buy things, where if we just bought our gifts, we could say, okay, this is the budget we have, these are the things we want, what quality do we want in these things? Do I want one $100 item, or do I want 3 items that are partially that make up that $100? Next budget item is extended family. So we budget $60 for extended family gifts. How the heck do we do that? So what we have done as a tradition in the last 3 years, which marks the beginning of the time when we were paying off debt, is that we talked to both of our families and said, hey, let's all get together for Christmas, and instead of buying everyone a gift, we will do a white elephant. So every year we do a white elephant gift exchange. What that looks like for us is that everyone brings one wrapped gift. You put it in a pile in the middle. We draw numbers, so 1 through 15 or however many people there are. And we pick from the pile. You can either pick from the pile or you can steal a gift. The one difference between the way we do it and what we've done at parties with friends is that instead of a $10 minimum gift, we do a $30 gift, with the goal of every gift in the pile being something that is desirable. There are no gag gifts, and ideally people end up going home with something that they're happy to have. Yeah, it may not be the perfect gift, but usually it's something fun and helpful or cool. Some examples in the past are Hydro Flasks. The first year I got a lantern for camping. Last year I got a outdoor blanket that rolls up, and then when you go to a park or something, you can lay it on the ground. And that's been really helpful when I take the kids to the park and I can kind of sit there and watch them play. It seems like it's worked really well for our family, and that people appreciate not having the expectation of buying every single person a gift. I know just between my mom, my sister, and my dad, if I'm buying a $30 gift for each of them, that's almost $100. Or if I'm trying to do it on a budget and I want to spend only $40, then I end up buying them a bunch of just cheesy stuff that they don't really want. So, and it's not about the money or the gifts, but it is a fun way to do it. And one of my personal challenges is that I like to try to buy a gift that will get stolen at least once, so therefore it is a desirable gift. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more, subscribe to my channel or leave a comment below to let me know what you thought. Also, if you want to see daily updates, you can follow me over on Instagram at Vander